In order to be a successful land manager that maintains a healthy wildlife population, your food plots need to be at the top of their game. The best way to achieve a productive food plot is to know exactly what type of soil your land has and what it needs to produce high quality forage. This is where soil samples come into play, arguably the most important step in the entire food plot process. Hey guys, just wanted to send another quick welcome to the off season. We are super excited to bring you guys this series where we'll be showing you management tips and practices as we apply them onto our farm. This first episode in particular will be a little bit of an abbreviated episode compared to others, but the topic itself is a practice that we incorporate into almost every aspect of management on our farm. That practice would be soil tests. Now, whether you want to start implementing food plots onto your property or have been doing it for the past 5 years, it is no secret that it takes a lot of hard work, time, and money. The last thing you want is to exert all that energy only to get results you aren't happy with. This is the exact reason we utilize soil testing. Before we jump into what soil tests can tell you, we first want to show you how to correctly take a sample. Hey guys, we're out here on our main farm here in Pennsylvania today talking soil samples. I wanted to run through the methods and steps that we take to correctly take a soil sample. This is quite honestly one of the easiest and most important steps you're going to take before you break ground in any food plot or whatever you plan to do. You don't need much in terms of equipment. All you need is a good clean bucket, nothing in it, a soil sample bag to put your soil in after, and a soil probe. A spade shovel works just as good, but if you have access to a soil probe, it is definitely way easier and quicker. In my opinion, it's going to be more accurate. Before we go out and just start taking samples from anywhere, we like to have a plan going into each plot. Generally you're going to get 5 to 10 samples out of each location, depending on the size. This plot in particular, where we are today, is about 4 acres. So we're probably going to be in the range of 8 to 10 samples. You want to make sure you're spacing your samples out too. You don't want to just get 3 samples from this corner, 2 from that corner, and leave the rest of it alone. You want to make sure you're strategically spacing out where you're getting your samples so you get an average of the entire field, and when you get your test back, you know exactly what you need to put out in terms of fertilizer and lime. Every soil sample that we take today is going to be in that 3 to 6 inch range, and you want to make sure that we're not getting any of this top layer of organic matter. I don't have a shovel with me today, so you can use a shovel to get rid of that organic matter on top, but usually I just use the probe, take that top 1.5 to 2 inches or so, clean it out of the probe, make sure the probe's nice and clean, and then you're ready to go back in and get your sample. Remember, like I said, we're going to get 3 to 6 inches here. Give it a nice twist. There you go, there's your soil sample. Easy as that. First one's done, on to the next. Well, there you have it, guys. We got all of our samples. We actually ended up with exactly 10 in this 4-acre plot. As you might have been able to tell, we were dealing with a little bit of frozen ground and wet ground in some spots. It is early spring, so we figured we were going to have that. Ideally, you want to take soil samples in the fall when the soil is drained from all its nutrients, but we wanted to come in here early spring so we can know the exact lime and fertilizer rates come spring planting season, so we're not wasting time and money. But we're going to take this dirt back to the barn, let it sit for a couple days, dry out. Once it's dried, we'll mix it together, get ready, and send it away for testing. Hey guys, it's been a couple of days since we took our samples. We came back to the barn, laid them on a piece of cardboard here to let them dry a little bit better. but they still had some pretty big clumps, so we put it back in our bucket, pulverized it, mixed it all together to make sure we get a better average of the entire field. Well, we're finally ready to actually get a sample and get it sent away for testing. Our local facility that we use is Penn State University. They make it super simple for us. They provide you with a soil sample bag as well as a short questionnaire. You know, we fill it out with the exact seed that you're looking to plant, and with about 10 days or so, you're gonna get your results. So now we're ready to put our soil in our bag. This specific, Penn State requires a cup, but if you're a little over a cup, that's completely fine. Now you want to make sure your soil is fine. Like I said, we went through and pulverized it, made sure there wasn't any big clumps or sticks or anything in there. So we put about a cup, and you are good to go. We'll seal that up, and you're going to ship this along with that questionnaire that you filled out. And like I said, about 10 days, you're gonna get your results. But just to save a little bit of time for you guys, I'm gonna sort of show an example that was super similar to the situation which we would plant over on that piece of property. Over on that piece of property, we were planning on planting oats, ladino, red clover, and that is exactly what's on this. Like I said, Penn State, they make it, step by step. It's super easy. Right off the bat, you could tell your pH is 5, so it's low, your phosphorus is low, and they recommend putting 9,000 pounds per acre of lime down to get a target pH of 6.5. And as you work down this, the testing that they send you, they break down fertilizer in terms of each seed that you're looking to plant. So, just a super simple breakdown that would save you a lot of time and money, guys. But this is our strategy when talking soil tests. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, learned a thing or two, and if you plan on planting a food plot on your property, do a soil test. I can promise you, you will not regret it. As always, thanks for watching the off season.